Okay, so it's time to discuss some few things. This is another vlogging video. I'm gonna take some fresh air and yeah, time to talk about some few things. Number one, people, it's not worth living in Springfield, Vermont these days now. If you guys don't know, we've been having a lot of some crime recently. I'm not gonna go into full details, but we've been having a lot of crime recently, and if you guys don't know, we have some shortage of officers in this town. It's short-staffed and it's not good, and it's gonna get worse someday, and I don't know what to say about that. Even though I'm not afraid to live in the downtown area, but people, it's not worth being in Springfield, Vermont for a while. It's not worth it. If you guys don't know, we used to have a lot of good things. We used to have a bowling alley in this town, but now we don't have it anymore. I'm not mad about it. I'm not complaining about it. It's not worth it. I don't like what's been going on with stores being closed and empty buildings just sitting there for years and not doing something about it. And it's just one of the reasons why I'm going to be moving to Boston. Sure, Boston has crime. Sure, Boston has stores being closed down, but that's a different story than what's been going on in this town. If you guys don't know, this town used to have lots of factories, especially throughout World War II. If you guys don't know, we had a plant called J&L, Jones and Lamson's. They used to make airplane parts for the war, but during World War II, Springfield was listed as one of the listed towns to be bombed during World War II, and thankfully that never happened. And so that building was kept open until the 1980s, when they just had to close it down for good. And when I was born, that building was still sitting there. When I was at elementary school, throughout my life in the schools, that was still there until recently in 2021, when they decided it was enough and they had to tear it down. And that building is not expected to be gone until 2023. So yeah. And if you guys don't know, we used to have a Subway restaurant around this town, but that's been closed off for a year now, I believe. And so it's just, people, if you plan on moving to Vermont, it's not worth being in this town. It's not that good. And all these empty buildings have been sitting there for years. I don't know how long that's gonna be for, I mean. And we had a store in North Springfield, Vermont called Main Street Market. We used to have that store. That was open in 2001, but unfortunately that got closed off in 2011 due to bankruptcy. And guess what? It was sitting there for 8 years until finally someone bought it and had to do some renovations to that building. And yeah. And so that building was bought, and then it got closed down because that did not last long. But thankfully, JC Market was brought, and that is still open today, I believe. And so that's basically much it about North Springfield. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I want to move to Boston, is to just start my new life. I still have long ways to go. If you guys don't know, I need to have a license to have a vehicle. So I don't know what to do about that, besides going out to do driving on the weekends with my grandmother or whoever. So I need to have time to earn up to 40 hours. And I need to do a driving test to get a driver's license. And once I have a driver's license, I would finally have a car. And then after that, I need to have at least enough money to move to Boston, at least into an apartment building in a safe neighborhood. And sure, like I said, sure, Boston's gonna have crime. Sure, Boston's gonna have closed stores, but that's a different story than Springfield. So that's it for this little outdoor vlogging video part. I'm Lance Robinson, known as Lance Robinson Sings and Vlogs, or should I say Lance Robinson TV. I apologize. Let's try that again. I'm Lance Robinson, known as Lance Robinson TV, and you are not. And make sure to like and subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Laters.